Hi, this is my walkthrough for the subdomain takeover tags on the provided link https jewishshop.heroku.com, which is the OWASP Jewish shop for security training. First, I have confirmed that I have written permission from my supervisor, Mr. Hash, dated today being the 23rd of October 2025, to perform non-intrusive testing. This is critical to ensure we are ethical and legal. Now let's get started. So this first command I typed just created a folder with makedir and this instruction here, and I've moved into it with cd vapt underscore subdomain. This keeps all my files like subdomain lists and the video organized for submission. So right now I'm in this particular file folder. I imputed the next command, pwd, which is to confirm that I am in the right directory. As you can see, my home, my username, and my vapt subdomain is there. So I verified that I am in the right directory with pud, and this is the outcome. So we are stated to start enumeration of the target from https jewishshop.heroku.com. So I ran this command and found out that subfinder and assetfinder are not installed. They are missing, but amass is installed, which is here. So what I will do is I'll have to install the missing tools with sudo apt update and sudo apt install subfinder assetfinder. This ensures that I have all tools for subdomain enumeration. So let's go. So I typed this command in order to update and install my subfinder and assetfinder, which were missing here, before I can proceed. After doing that, I ran the next command to confirm that they've been installed properly. And as you can see, which subfinder, amass, assetfinder, the three of them are listed here. So I verified the tools and all are installed. So I'm ready to proceed with enumeration. So I ran this command, subfinder -d -shop. This is actually to query public sources like DNS records, certificate transparency logs, and other databases. So it happened that it was empty. This means that target jewishshop.com is a specific host name, not a base domain. So subfinder looks for subdomains of the input, and it is possible that there are no subdomains publicly registered for this host name. So I had to confirm that I actually created this file, and I typed this ls to list the files I created, and it showed that I actually created the file, meaning that there is no error anyway. I ran cat subfinder.txt and I got no output, so I checked with ls to read it, and it confirmed with the response here. So this means subfinder ran but found no subdomains, which is expected for a specific host name like this particular one we are conducting this task on. Amass enum -d. I did this to ensure that the passive mode ensures we only use this passive mode here. It ensures that we only use public data. So it is running and it takes a few minutes. Actually, after a few minutes, I got this output. I got this result. No assets were discovered and all of that. So I had to pwd ls file amass all this. After amass finished with no assets were discovered and the enumeration has finished, I had to check the directory with pwd to read, and then ls is to list the contents of this particular file, which we have the amass and we have the subfinder which was created. So I did file amass.txt and it came out empty. So nothing, meaning that no subdomains is in this Jewish shop. And I did cat and nothing came out as well. So we'll be proceeding to the next thing. So the next thing I did was to run this command, this asset finder command. This grabs subdomains from sources like certificate transparency and all of that. So when I ran it, nothing actually came out, meaning that there is no output on the terminal. So asset finder here is a passive enumeration tool that queries public sources. So for a specific host name like this jewishshop.heroku.com, it's likely to find no subdomains. So it resulted in an empty asset finder.txt. So I wanted to be sure that I was actually doing the right thing. So I decided to, to go to my home directory and to list the contents of the file, and I noticed that asset finder is actually here. So it means it is actually correct. So when I ran it, no output show on the terminal, which is normal due to redirection. So after checking the directory and listing it, I now found that this asset finder. Okay, let me cut now. Cut assets finder .txt. Okay, here we go. So this is it. This is the only subdomain we have here now. Okay, so the next thing I did was to type this command, which I did this to combine results with cat, amass, and assets finder. The sort U here removes duplicates. So the next thing I did was this wc-l to check count, and this is the output I got. So I had to confirm that I'm actually doing the right thing. So I typed this pwd, which ensured I was in my home directory, and then I ran the ls to list or read the file contents, and then I did this cat all shops, which showed jewishshop.heroku. And the next thing I'm going to do now is to type this, and it showed that we have one all subs.txt, which actually indicates that I am on the right track. The thing I did was to run this command, this CNAMEs command, which is used to check for CNAME records. So this loops through each subdomain using dig or host for DNS queries. So when I typed it, there was no output, so I wanted to confirm. I had to pwd, and I went to the home directory, and when I listed, I noticed that it was actually created. Here it is. And I did wc one all subtext, I catted, and this was what I got. Then I did file CNAMEs, and I did this, which is the actually correct thing, and then I did cat, and I got this feedback. Was to type this command, which was to search CNAMEs.txt for takeover providers with grep E. The E here stands for the E enables extended regular expressions, and this here it escapes the dots to match a literal period. So this was to search CNAMEs.txt, and this is the output I got. So checking this after the loop pwd and ls, I did cat, and I got this feedback. So I ran a few commands. The first one here, the coil command, this sends an HTTP head request to this website and pipes the first 5 lines of the response headers to probe jewishshop.txt. And then the second command I did, the coil L, sends an HTTP GET request with redirection, the L there, and it sets a 10-second here, this 10, a 10-second timeout, and the max time, then and appends the first 20 lines of HTML body to probe Jewish shop. And then I did the cat. I didn't include this earlier, this .txt, so I got this. So after doing it and included txt, I got this, which displays the content of probe Jewish shop. This is the content, and headers from the first command and body snippet from the second to verify the probe results. Then the next thing I did was to go into my directory, pwd and the ls. When I listed, you can see the probe Jewish shop here, subfinder, all the files I have created here. So testing the provided link as an example, that's the HTTPS Jewish shop, and the response I got here. If you check the body thoroughly, the coil L max time and all of that, this suggests that it is safe and live. So classifying it as safe, no change is made, it is strictly read only. So this indicates that the status is okay, and HTML indicates the site is live and not a dangling resource. So it is classified as safe, no subdomain takeover vulnerability. This concludes my walkthrough for the subdomain takeover tags on https jewishshop.heroku.com, the WAPs Jewish shop. So I have enumerated 0 subdomains, which is expected for this specific host name, as confirmed by subfinder, amass, and assetfinder. So with assetfinder, unexpected main domain filtered out. The CNAME check reviewed Heroku hosting with proxy.heroku.com, and the probe of Jewish shop here showed a live site with the status being okay, and HTML contents like this copyright 2014 to 2025, and the doc type HTML, classifying it as safe with no takeover vulnerability. So my recommendation is no action needed. The folder contains subfinder txt, amass txt, and assetfinder txt. All subs txt, CNAMEs, and probe Jewish shop texted, all verified. Okay, let me ls to list them. Yes, I actually listed it. So we have all subs, assetfinder, probe Jewish, subfinder, amass, as well as the CNAMEs .txt. So this is the conclusion of my facts. Thank you for staying with me. Bye.